Guys, she is back again. You guys know, I told you guys the first time, if you guys watched my hour-long, I want to say like an hour and 30-minute long video about P. Diddy and a lot of the allegations that are going on right now between him and Cassie. Even though it was settled, we still wanted to discuss a lot of different videos, even old clips like Diddy, like 50 saying he knew about them freak-offs back in like 2010, all that. So if you haven't watched my hour and like 20-minute long video, go check that out. There's a lot of information shared there. One of the information that I shared in that video was this psychic reader. The psychic reader made a video back on June 3rd, I want to say June 5th, saying November 15th, in 5 months from when she made that video, there will be something coming out about Diddy. It will not be only about Kim Porter, it will be about something else bigger, but relating to the situation again of him being weird, I guess, or him being creepy. She said she saw this while, she said she heard this and saw this from Porter. I want to say all alleged because it's still very sensitive for the family, and I'm putting myself in one of her kids' shoes. I wouldn't want no one speaking about my mother like that. Trust me, I understand. Did say that she spoke to her and channeled her. A lot of people do believe in psychics and all that stuff. I'm not really into that, but why she made an impact in my life, I'm gonna say in my life, because I've never believed in this. The way she called November 15th, and we watched Academics is Live, when they try to break down her in the chat niggas on how on YouTube you could like delete a video and re-upload it but still have your old upload date of 5 months ago. Can you edit and add more time? I know you can delete from a video that's already live on your channel, but can you add scenes to your video and edit and add more scenes? That we don't know. And Academ couldn't prove it. They didn't even know anyway that she did this. So the fact this video was made and uploaded to YouTube 5 months prior, she said November 15th on the dot. That was crazy. And then she comes back, if you guys remember in that video, I tell you guys, yo, she just dropped a video today 9 hours ago, so I'm gonna end this video so I can start editing and watching that one. I did watch. I was editing that hour-long Diddy video, I was watching this. Let's just say she comes back with a bigger prediction, and you guys see a picture of Offset here. You're probably like, Offset, why is Offset here? You're gonna see why. Part of her predictions, Offset is brought up as well, which I thought was extra creepy. I thought it was extra creepy. And she gives us another date that something else is gonna happen with Diddy that's gonna shock the world. She just said November 15th 5 months ago and it happened. So now I'm waiting, like, shorty, now you're hot. Pause. But I'm just rolling craps. You're hot now, shorty. Shorty, you're hot. I'm taking you to the Nino with me. You're hot. Let's see her next prediction. Let's see if there's any chance of it coming true, or what date did she say, so we can have a date that we follow. And then in that date, if she does hit it on that nail, we're gonna make another video talking about this date. If you're not, so you can be part of that. You can be part of that future, you know, bend back in time and be like, yo, remember we were in 2 different places in the world and said, yo, we're gonna come back this date, and we came back.
I want to say Offset again.
Offset.
I don't think he's dead, but I want to say Offset. I just kept hearing that. So there is a connection there too. I don't know what it is. He may know something, and he may say something, or somebody connected to him may know.
If Offset comes out and says something about the freak off event, lordy, I don't even think my brain can wrap around. Like, I don't even think my brain can wrap around. Oh my God, I'm having an overload. Like, that is crazy. She's saying that Offset allegedly has a tie. She doesn't know how. He either knows about the situation, he either will come out in the future and speak out about the situation, or she don't know, but he's tied some way to the situation. Let's see what else she gets.
Know something. I don't know. There is a connection there. Anyway, there's a definite connection there. Watch for March of 2024, March, April, Easter time frame. Easter, Lamb, Easter, Lamb,
March, April. She gave us a day of November 15th. She hit that shit on the head. She hit that in the head. Guys, if you have times, because I don't want to tell you so you don't remember, she said November 15th, something's going to happen. Go back and check on your own time when all this Cassie stuff broke in the internet. Go check. Just go check. Go check. She said November 15th. See how close she was. Now she's saying March, April, Easter, Lamb time. I'm waiting for the spring just because I like nice weather and I like hot days. But Lord, I'm waiting for the spring now even more to see if this lady is really the best psychic ever. Like, Miss Cleo, move aside. Miss Cleo, move aside.
Watch for that. I don't know what that means. I don't know what's happening there, but it might be nothing, but that's what I just heard. So I'm going to put it out there. Put myself out on a ledge again. I am seeing something by March with P. Diddy. Another level of this. We're not done.
Also, it's disrespectful that his name is Brother Love now and nobody calls him Brother Love. The courts called him Sean Combs, Diddy. Like, isn't his name officially Brother Love? They still calling him Diddy in the street or Sean Combs. They call him every name in the world. Puff Daddy, whatever in the world but Brother Love. Like, nah, you freaky bastard. We ain't even gonna add to it. We ain't even gonna add to it, Brother Love.
It's like he's going to have to keep putting tarps over the hole in the roof because the rain keeps coming through. So just when he thinks he covered up the hole, another hole starts down there. And when he thinks he covered that hole, another hole starts over there. So it's not going to stop. Like, he's not off the hook. He may have paid Cassie, and good for her for getting out of it. Horrific. It doesn't matter who you slept with. Why is that blackmail? Stand up and say, this dude drugged me and he did this. She finally said it. And he doesn't want to face what he's done, but it doesn't matter. He's exceptionally psychic, by the way, so he gets physical feelings on when this is coming down. And
that's crazy. That's also very, very crazy. She said Diddy's a sidekick. Guys, I probably look a nutcase who just can't believe in this. But Shorty hit the last day in the head and she made me a believer. I ain't even gonna lie to you. She said November 15th happened. She made me a believer. Now I want to see what else she's gonna say is gonna happen, because now I want to come back and really see if she's saying the truth for Cassie. If she says the truth, once again, I'm sorry to every psychic out in the world out there. I'm sorry to every single one of you guys. I'm sorry to every. I watched the XXXTentacion video she made too. She said X was a warlock. Fire.
He kind of knows it. And when he talks about Kim Porter, even though he's all nice and all good, like meaning talks nicely about her, at least publicly, to his kids, shuts the wall down with her. I don't even know. I shut it. He's trying to feel her energy. And I'm going to put it this way. Once she ended up dead, okay, Kim Porter, when she died, and they use the word dead wrong, because when we pass out of this physical existence, we are not dead. Dead is the absence of God in your life. So to step away from God, okay, and your soul is to be dead, we pass out of our physical body, as Kim did. Another thing that I'm being shown is that he doesn't own.
For the ones that probably have lost family members and members that are no longer here anymore, that's reassuring to hear. That's nice to hear. They're not dead. Remember that. They're not dead. Body, and now their energy, or maybe they're onto a new spirit, a new body, and they were reborn again. We don't know. Maybe they moved on to heaven. Don't ever think that their energy was disappeared or their energy was gone forever. If you love them with all your heart, I know they loved you, and I'm sure their energy is around you every single day, showing you protection, guidance, and warmth when you need that around those days. And definitely like days like this, the holidays, I know those that probably lost parents before, these are definitely the hardest ones. I'm a mama's boy. My mom's still here with me, but she doesn't live in the state with me, so that hurts me a lot. I could just imagine people that don't have their parents in this world at all to even call at FaceTime. That must kill.
All his wealth. It's a weird thing to say. He's got allegedly $700 million, if not more. That's just like, I mean, that's going back into the mid-2000s when they guesstimated that. It's not his money I'm being shown. So when they tell you these people have that money, he cannot do what he wants with all that money. That's a trick. It's a trap. It doesn't exist. I'm being told it doesn't exist. That does not mean he doesn't have 13 homes, a bunch of nice-ass clothes, cars, Lamborghinis, women, tricks, every equipment. He is given those things with part of the money, but he doesn't have control over it all. And they are.
And I believe she's saying investors, liquid cash. Like Diddy can't go to the bank today and pull out $733 million. Worth that much money, or worth even more, as she said. But she's talking about liquid cash. When we see those numbers, a lot of people, not we, because some of us are educated like myself, and I believe some others watching this video, if you know liquid cash, know assets, and you know all that, you'll totally understand. Businesses, his wealth, his cars, his houses, everything goes into what he is worth. Doesn't mean it's liquid cash that he could physically get.
Siphoning it for him right now. I'm seeing it like a milkshake, and there's a straw, and his wealth is being sucked. So by him agreeing to pay Cassie off, the others are coming behind until there's a complete and utter takedown of P. Diddy and his 3 right-hand men. Okay? 3.
This scared me because this video officially dropped, I want to say the 20th, when I was recording the other video talking to you guys. What did we see today? What did we see today? This gave me the heebie-jeebies. Like, it got me a little bit nervous when I saw this happen. I was like, nah, this doesn't make any sense. This does not make any sense. What came out today? Former bad boy president labels sued for sexual assault and negligence. Less than a week after Sean Diddy Combs was accused of throwing grapes in a food fight and trafficking the opposite sex in LA traffic by an R&B singer Cassie, a long-term executive at his company Bad Boy Entertainment, is being sued for allegedly grooming and sexually assaulting his assistant. Harv Pierre, the former president of Bad Boy, who met Diddy when they were students together at Howard University, is accused of preying on the Jane Doe plaintiff in multiple occasions in New York City and in other locations throughout the country. The complaint, filed in New York County Supreme Court and obtained by Rolling Stone's read. Pierre used his position of authority as plaintiff boss to groom, exploit, and assault her. Following allegations, Pierre engaged in a year-long pattern of grooming plaintiff, leading to harassment of plaintiff and an assault of plaintiff. If you guys want to see more of it, shout out to Academics. I got this from Academics' page as soon as I opened it this morning. As soon as I opened it this morning and I saw that, I instantly thought of her. I instantly thought of this video. That's why I was like, yeah, we got to make this today. I instantly thought of her. That's 1 out of 3. There's still 2 others. But the fact, I'm like, this lady's hitting them on the head. See, I'm going to shake her by her shoulders. Give me the lottery number. What stock should I invest in? Like, Lord, she's on fire. She's on fire. What raffle should I join? New Travises are coming. Like, I need her. That's why I didn't get these gifts. That's why I would have been using my gifts for the wrong reasons, for greed. That's why I didn't get these gifts.
So there's going to be a takedown that comes in with that, and he's going to try to step away. He's They're not done. And here's another thing I'm being shown, okay? I don't know how to word this. This, to me, reminds me of like a binding spell in voodoo. And I don't know what I'm talking about with that. But his mouth is being sewn up. So when I see his face, the image I get is the mouth is being sewn up. So he is going to be unable to speak for some reason. I can't talk. I cannot speak for myself anymore. This to me sounds like a losing of faculties, a losing of thought, a losing of thinking. I cannot speak, but it's sewed up around his mouth. That's actually how I'm seeing it. They're going to stitch his...
That's terrifying. Also, if any of you guys ever have psychic readings, or you guys ever go to these things, or you might be one yourself, do you see the visuals? Like, what does she mean by when she says she sees? 'Cause I know she said, I don't hear them speaking, they just show me images. Like, do you really see that? Like, you see Diddy sitting there and somebody's sewing his face? Like, the composure you can keep is crazy. I've been like, whoo, like just seeing these visuals.
His mouth shut. Why? I ask why. This is how it works for me. So when something hits me, I get impressions, and I just express those impressions. I could be right, I could be wrong, obviously. Nobody's 100% right. It's always worked this way for me. So when I ask him energetically, meaning in my head, however you want to word that, when I ask her why his mouth is being sewn up, it's because of his mentors, and they don't want it coming out over here, even though some of them are outing themselves. These are old guys connected to old-time, old-style Motown. And she...
Remember, Diddy used to work for them. Not only did Diddy used to work for them back in the day, we also just heard from Rich Dollars, that's a random person, and Peter Guns for me to bring up, I know. Go watch the Diddy hour-long video once again. But in that video, they bring up L.A. Reid. They say L.A. Reid just got hit with the same Diddy shit. The exact same things Diddy's dealing with right now, L.A. Reid is dealing with himself, allegedly. I didn't look into it myself at all, but we got that from that video, and I never followed up.
He's showing me that he's being shut up from outing them or from speaking about them for some reason. So there's a hierarchy going on here, and there's a total takedown of him. He is being sacrificed. So he may think he gets away with stuff. He may think it's cool he does what he does, but now he's the sacrificial lamb. And I do mean that. There's something that comes up with him in March, speaking of the lamb, during the Easter time frame, March, April, right in that time frame. That's why I said lamb. There's something else that's going to come up with him. We are not done. It is a complete takedown, and then you will see this man's energy. So his three close right-hand people, and I have no idea who they are. I don't know who he considers close. There might be people he's seen with in public, and they might not actually be his three right-hand men. His responsibility goes long and far, but on a frequency level, astral level, which means when the physical body stops breathing, we step out into the realm around us. So it's like stepping into the air, into the ethers, except there's a doorway into another energy frequency. That's all it is a frequency, like a radio station, okay? So
if you guys don't understand frequency, somebody explained it very well. Shout out to my guy XXXTentacion. You guys should go check out his live or his video when he explains it. That was one of his last couple videos that he was doing. But he explains on how he can control our emotions, how he can control our feelings, how he can control how we react to his music, just by controlling the frequency that his music's created. Angry, mad, sad. It all depends on how he creates the music and what frequency.
When we're talking about it, he steps into a different frequency, and they are blocking him. So you're not going to be able to connect with his energy as you evolve. I mean, you the people, we the people, all of us are not going to understand like where his power's gone, because it's going to be so obvious that we don't focus on him. And as a result of that, he cannot continue to do what he does. That is the balancing of karma. It's balance. Karma is not vindictive, it's balance. So when somebody is not responsible for their repercussions on earth and think they can just shove it under the counter, there is a strong female connected to Kim who's going to come out with more information, and it involves her family members and him, okay?
What's crazy is I didn't see the video, but I did see a couple articles going around and thumbnails, and allegedly there is a video, there's more information on it. While she says it in this, because his sister came out, I believe, just a couple days ago, or actually a couple months ago, and the video's resurfacing now. She was saying that there's a lot of Ayo information about Diddy. She was saying, and that's Kim Porter's sister. Now, do I really for sure know that's her blood sister? No, it's just what the title of the video is. She's saying family members. I saw the title of that video. I was like, oh, that's wild. Oh, that's wild. But allegedly, she was saying there's a lot of Ayo stuff about Diddy.
Strong thing. A lot of people knew what this man did. That was confusing to me because I understand money and power, and I understand, as is the case with Harvey Weinstein, a lot of people knew what was going on and nobody said anything until everybody said everything. We're seeing the same takedown. The time frame that we're in, Earth or this planet, is evolving, and it is a spiritual war. So if you are harming the essence and frequency of another person and you continue to do it right now, your repercussions are to be removed from that frequency. Now, what does P. Diddy need most? He needs our attention, our admiration. He needs us to pay attention to him. He needs us on a frequency level. So this is what's happening to him. People are not going to respond. Like, he can walk down the street and people will not notice him.
That to me has to be a figure of speech, because I can't imagine the day that we just walk down the street and Diddy's all scuffed up looking like Franklin at the end of Snowfall, and none of us know, like, that's Diddy. Like, that's just crazy to me. And a man with that much money, to see all that dwindle and go away is just wild to me. Like, that is beyond breathtaking. So we'll see. I'm not saying that I still believe Shorty. I'm just saying she's been right so far. Let's see what happens next. I'm just writing all this shit down. Like, you said when? You said we gonna see.
I mean, they might, but it's not going to be the same where people are like, oh my God. And there are younger musicians that are going to come out against him and talk about what he did. The bodies that are buried, okay? So the bodies that are buried, they're going to talk about it. There are men in other countries who are going to speak about it.
This freaky shit is international. It's gonna just evolve into something super dark that's gonna just scare us about everything going on globally. And does this bring back the man that allegedly died in prison? J, last letter E for first and last name. I don't really want to say it during this video. I just feel like that's too much crazy shit in one video. But does it tie it back to stuff like that?
There is political connections to him in other countries, and this country, they're going to speak about it. He will not be able to spend his money. That huge amount of wealth. I mean, what are you going to spend that on? But do you ever wonder why these people only donate to specific organizations in a specific way, as opposed to, for example, leaving 600 million of the 700 million to the homeless in LA, or help people in the Ukraine, or whatever it is? Yeah, no, not going to happen. Not going to happen, because he doesn't have control of that money. That's
wild. I never thought about it that way. So she's saying that basically that they're pulling the strings behind the scenes, and they're even control to make that money, I guess, recycle, go through the same exact foundations and support things that they're behind, and not random things that they're not supporting. That's scary. That's even scarier.
Being shown that he has a lot of that money, but not all of it. So this other woman looks like an actress as well, who was very close to Kim Porter. And she had, I'm just going to say it, like strawberry hair, or the hair is strawberry.
Shorty talk a lot, though, because Shorty, I think Diddy has access to your thing. He's not in prison. He got a cell phone. He got a computer. I'm sure he probably got a crawl. Because if he must be psychic, he must believe in this shit. So the fact he's probably seeing these videos, like strawberry hair. All right, cool. I know all my ex's friends. Cool, I know who that is. She's going to do what against me? She's going to do this again. Like, you going to line somebody up. Somebody's going to get lined up for all this shit. You're giving us too much information.
She prefers that color. She's been secretly working behind the scenes to get information. And don't think, or you're around him, that you're untouchable, because they're telling me he is being brought down. He is being sacrificed in favor of his mentor. So there is a mentor that did to him what he did to this current girlfriend and to Kim Porter and every other person that he's been around to take advantage of on an energetic level. He is now going to reap that. That is now happening to him, because they don't want the person who groomed him to go down. And that guy hides in the background. There's a whole bunch of like political stuff going on. Like, there's political stuff. There's ties to this country, that country. Don't think it's just about the music. The clothing was the clothing people love. I've talked to dudes that love it.
Yeah, back 25 years ago. Yeah, back 20 years ago. But you know what's crazy today? I guess JC Penney's. I want to say that I'm saying it correctly. I'm not even going to use my phone to look it up right now. If you guys see it pop up somewhere, I think it was them. They've been in partnership with P. Diddy's clothing brand, Sean John, for a very long time. I believe one of the longest standing ones, arguably. And they're phasing out his clothing brand out of the stores. Like, this is wild. Didn't he just pay off everything good? It was a civil suit, not a criminal suit. The way that everything's starting to happen and starting to unfold, it's like,
you hear the kids in school, they all want to wear the clothing, right? The clothing is a front for something else. The clothing is a front. Of course, they have to produce clothing, obviously, or you can't sell clothing, but it's a front for something else. That clothing traveled all over the world. What happened as that clothing was traveling all over the world? That too is going to be rectified. So this man's going down. Within 4 years, I see his energy kind of whitewashed out, and I don't feel he's around.
4 years. We're in 2023.
I know that something comes up around Easter time in reference to him and other people accusing him. I don't feel he's going to go to court ever. I feel it's going to be a continuation of dominoes until he can't take it anymore. And then there is a moving away, both in a physical sense and an energetic sense. But remember, they are shutting his mouth. He cannot speak. So that
I was trying to say that he's gonna get by. That sounds kind of scary. No, that sounds kind of scary.
that's coming up on him. Like, that's happening. They're literally, okay, energetically shutting his mouth. So he can't even defend himself. He won't even be able to speak to justify what he did. You know, some people are like, yeah.
The only person I know that can't speak physically, and she kept saying, I don't know why he won't, is if you bodied. Like, that's terrifying. I hope not. That's scary.
Yeah, but she deserved it or he deserved it. That's not even going to happen. He can't say it. They are shutting him down from communicating. Like, he should not be trusting anybody around him. Like, nobody. Because they will turn on him, and there's 3 people directly close and tied to him that are going to go down as well. And by go down, I mean lose their money, their status, and their power, and be energetically shunned and tied down. There is such a thing. The frequency does it. He's staying behind in a frequency, and when you live in that frequency, you're not going to achieve anymore. That's what people don't understand. They think when they're 20, 30, whatever, and it's cool, they can do all of this, then the frequencies change on the planet, and what they've done becomes abhorrent to other people, when maybe other people understood it back then because they were benefiting, but that's not the case. He's trying to kind of offset that. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Stop. Offset. Offset. Is there a connection to P. Diddy and Offset? Is there some sort of a connection?
Not that I know.
I just, because I'm hearing it, I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound like what she's saying. Offset.
So remember, we don't know why she continued speaking about Offset. She don't even know why she was saying it. She just kept hearing that name. She was asking us. She was asking us as the viewer, do we know any connection between them two? She might not know the most about hip hop, so maybe they got a connection and she don't know about it. Not that I know of. I'm trying to think of Offset and Diddy. Not that I know of. I don't even see. Maybe they're cool behind the scenes, but for us, not that I know of that I can see anything that would bring them even closer together. But from what we saw in video 1 and video 2, if you guys never seen those, go back and check that out. That was scary. How she called on November 15th, all the stuff she told us about Kim Porter. Also, when she said that she's getting the visuals from she is speaking about Kim Porter. So if you guys never seen part 1 and part 2, go check part 1, part 2, and part 3. No, this is part 3. So yeah, if you never seen part 1 and part 2, go check that out. Part 3 just came out after her part 1 and part 2 went viral. So go check these all out. This one was also very crazy. And you guys saw about 12, so you probably saw like 50% of the video. Go finish the other half. Let me know down below though. Are you guys also waiting for March, April to see what happens? Does her predictions come true once again? What happened? The fact she said his 3 friends will fall as well and lose their everything, and we already seen one today start getting sued. Let's see who the other 2 are. Let's see what else happens. Let's see what else continues to happen. Because she said it's not over. It's not even close to over. We saw what happened to Bill. Now, do I know if that's all true, all 100 of those people, or as many people came out about Bill? I don't know. I wasn't there. The fact that they came out, you saw what that did to his character. You see what that did to his name. Now it's a joke. Now it's even a joke or like a passing, even speaking about him. Like, oh, you better chill. Don't Bill Cosby my drink. Niggas is pulling their drink back. Like, that's crazy. Oh, that is insane. When he was the pudding pop man when I was a kid, like, this is crazy. And when I say I was a kid, I mean watching reruns. Don't tie me down with the old heads. I ain't that old. It was just watching reruns. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. We on the road to 10,000 subs. This video was crazy. Sub up to the channel, like the video, comment down below. Y'all believe in her? Y'all here also waiting for the Lamb, Easter, March, April to see what else happens? I am. If you want to see us talk about that, subscribe to the channel, like the video.